made an announcement here at the ballpark, as Chuck always does. Chuck is really good about letting folks know what's going on, and he let the folks in the upper deck know that there's some thunderstorms headed our way, and be on the alert.
Recommended that the upper deck come down lower, but most of them are staying put.
Yeah. And Chuck does a great job of making people aware here at the ballpark of their safety, and not only helping them enjoy the game, but helping them stay safe also. 2-0 pitch, and that is off the outside corner. So Oswalt falling behind 3 balls and no strikes to Willingham. And there's a strike.
We also had a badge buzz of Toll House white chip macadamia nut cookies. Trey Stewart, Bowie, Texas. 8th birthday, first Ranger game today. And he says, be sure cousin Emily gets a cookie.
Cousin M.
Must be one of Emily's relatives. So we'll save you one, Em.
Very good.
Patty Bozeman is a huge Ranger fan. She's watching at home, recovering from spinal surgery. So Patty, hope your recovery goes well. Thanks for watching. We got some chocolate chips. It says, if you can't beat them, join them. Go Cookie Talk. LSB. So thank you, LSB, for the words of confidence.
Payoff pitch is low, ball 4, and Willingham draws the first walk allowed by Oswalt today. A leadoff pass here in the 4th inning, and it'll bring up Justin Morneau. Oswalt with that changeup, and that's the 5th at bat already against Oswalt that has been 7 pitches or more. Here's Morneau, who grounded a short his first time up. And with a man on and nobody out, Oswalt would like exactly the same thing, please. And the first pitch is fouled away to the left. First time up, you remember Oswalt really stayed away nicely from Morneau, with the exception of one pitch where he got inside on him. And it looked like that changed Morneau's thinking, because he wasn't real aggressive on the pitches away after that. Oh, 1 pitch. And that's a little bit low and inside. A ball and a strike. Oswalt leaning in to get the sign. He's ready to work. Inside, snap throw to first, and a little bit off target. Willingham back with a dive. Mike Napoli coming up out of that crouch and firing it down to Michael Young. Willingham saying something to first base coach Jerry White. Something like, hey, don't let me get that far up again, please. 2-1. And Oswalt to the plate. Breaking ball, and that's chopped foul. You know, off toward the left field side, up above the left field stand, you can kind of see a shaft of rain. They've got an intermittent rainbow up there. Looks like it's several miles to the east of the ballpark, but apparently these storms kind of moving in a westerly direction. So we may be in for a little rain shower activity. 2-2 pitch. Pretty good fastball, and it's foul back. Oswalt just about ready to throw his 70th pitch of the evening. 43 of the first 69 have been strikes. And fouled away again. That was the changeup that time. Kind of goes back, Tom, to what you were talking about the Chicago game that Oswalt pitched, about not being able to put guys away, and it's costing him a lot of pitches. Not a lot of base hits necessarily today, but a lot of pitches.
Yeah. So he makes a pitch like that and then doesn't get a call. He's either just missing on the corners or making a pitch and not getting a call. Last pitch looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, I think we're in Napoli. Yeah.
The seventh pitch was all the way in the strike zone. I don't know how that's not called a strike.
Long drive to right field. Cruz going back into the corner at the wall. He reaches up and makes the catch. Bangs into the padding and comes back toward the field. What a play by Nelly Cruz.
Well, he gave it up for the wall right there. I'm not sure he knew exactly where the wall was, but he didn't care. He caught the ball, took the blow, went down, and he's still smiling. Boy, that almost went from what should have been called strike 3 to a 2-run homer. Fortunately, that ball stayed in Nelly's glove. That pitch to Morneau, the second to the last pitch, should have been strike 3.
Oh, a nice play by Nelly Cruz. My goodness, I didn't think that ball had a chance to stay in the ballpark when he hit it.
That had to blow back, because it doesn't take much to hit it out right there.
No. The 1 out, Ryan Domit, who singled his first time to the plate, took outside for ball 1. Rangers still looking for that ground ball they can turn into a double play. Here's the big slow curveball that nibbles its way onto the outside corner for a strike. Domit, the switch hitter. Long-time Pittsburgh Pirate backstop. And that fastball just missed. 2 balls and a strike.
It just doesn't look like he's getting a whole lot of close pitches called strikes.
That's fouled away, and it evens the count now at 2-2. Well, Chris Conroy, the home plate umpire, with a AAA call-up illness replacement, and Conroy and Mike Napoli have been having kind of a running discussion. Napoli not turning around and saying anything, but talking to the umpire.
Wow. That knocked. The players are coming off the field whether they want them to or not.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Willingham at first base went down on all fours. I don't blame him. Wow.
That knocked me down.
That thing came out of nowhere.
Sure did. My goodness. So we're going to have a delay here, more of lightning and safety right now than anything. And Chuck Morgan's suggestion is being heeded by the folks in the upper deck. They are heading for some cover.
Well, I tell you, the first people off the field were the players. They weren't, except for those 4.
Goodness. So we are going to put a halt to things. They're going to put the tarp on. Apparently rain heading this way also. Temperatures cooled off dramatically. It's down to 80 degrees. And here's what happened in case you weren't paying attention at that moment.
Now, watch Willingham at first base. Thought he was under attack.
Yep.
And I don't blame him.
Everybody on the field had the same reaction.
Not taking any chances.
No.
I'd be right there with him too, boy.
Well, you had all that metal gear on. I'm not staying around.
I jumped right out of my chair on that.
I did too. I did too.
I don't think I've ever heard a louder clap of thunder than that.
I haven't. No. That reminds me of a story in Cleveland. We had an evening like this where there were storms all around. We had a real big clap of thunder. I was pitching, and Buck Martinez was catching. And lightning all around. I'm scared to death of lightning anyway. Buck comes out there. He gets halfway to the man. He wanted to talk to me because I was throwing terrible. And I said, Buck, turn around, go the other way. You got all the equipment on. I don't want you out here with me. I even changed the rubber spikes. That's how paranoid I was about it.
You can't. I don't think being scared of lightning is paranoid. I think it's smart.
One more time. And in real time, this is what happened. Well, you see everybody flinch in the stands. And umpires, players alike spread out. They're gone.
It just came out of nowhere. There was no rumbling or anything.
Yeah.
There hasn't been anything since then.
My goodness.
Umpires are going out to talk to the grounds crew.
Getting dark, as you can see out there. There's another flash of lightning. Dennis Line is going to talk with Jeff Kellogg. And out beyond the left field stands out there, you can see it's a very hazy type of situation, which would indicate a lot of rain out there.
And it looks like there's a big cell right over here, that not much in front of it or behind it, but
there you go.
Hopefully it goes by and we get on with it.
Yeah. Well, this time of year, it's hard to tell what's going to happen. These are kind of odd anyway, where you get storms moving from east to west through the Metroplex. And one of the oddities of summertime, some of these summer storms pack a pretty good wallop, but usually aren't long in duration.
Well, they haven't put the tarp on yet. They've got it ready to be put on. So there must be some doubt whether it's going to come right by the ballpark, but in case it does, they'll be ready. There's Dennis Klein, our groundskeeper, along with the umpires.
Now they've got a couple of monitors down in the umpires tunnel that they can go look at that has weather radar and I would imagine weather service information on it. So Dennis Klein probably going to go down and take a look at that and inform the umpires of what his judgment would be. Ron Washington talking with Eric Cooper, veteran umpire, and probably saying, did that scare you as much as it scared me? I was ducking.
There wasn't anybody. There wasn't one person in this ballpark, 45,000 people, including umpires, ushers, you name it, that didn't jump on that. If you say you didn't jump at that, you're lying.
Yep.
Knapp got out of there in a hurry.
Yeah,
He's laughing now, but he wasn't laughing before.
Yeah, it started my heart, and I want to make sure it kept beating, because that's why I got off the field.
Well, Josh Willingham went down on all fours. It's like he was being attacked.
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of him. I would have done the same thing.
Exactly. Exactly. I'd never seen Mike Napoli's eyes that big. He's still, yep, I made the right decision. I don't know what you guys were waiting for. I was out of there. So we're going to have a bit of a delay here, and as soon as Dennis Klein gets an idea of what the situation is, he will inform the umpires, and that'll probably determine whether they're going to put the tarp on or not, whether the storm is really going to dump some rain here or whether it's just a lightning event.
And without that one clap of thunder, we'd still be playing.
Yeah.
Because nothing's happened since then. I mean, it's relatively cloudy, but nothing right now would keep you from playing.
And they're checking the radar over in the Twins dugout. They've got their own source.
Nice thing is it's down to 79 degrees. Started out in the mid 90s. It's down to 79 degrees. That feels nice.
Yes, it does. That it does. So it's still a scoreless ball game. When we stopped, count of 2 balls and 2 strikes on Ryan Domit. Josh Willingham, the fallen runner at first base, although he did crawl off the field after he went down. And when we resume, he will be back at first base. Twins, though, have 3 hits in the game. Rangers have just 1 hit. So it's been kind of a pitcher's duel between Cole DeVries, the 27-year-old right-hander for the Twins, and the 34-year-old right-hander for the Rangers, Roy Oswalt.
They're all saying exactly what happened to them when they heard it. Knapp was showing he was giving the sign to Oswalt when it went off. Jackie Moore's just listening to all the stories. They'll have something to talk about for a while, that's for sure.
Yeah, Jackie, the old catcher, I'm sure he can identify with Mike Napoli's reaction. Sure, Jackie got caught in a few thunderstorms in his time with all that equipment on. Wind blowing out, playing, as you can see, playing havoc with the tarp. One of the most dangerous things in the baseball business when you're on the field like that is trying to handle a tarp in a high wind. You get some of the.
You could hold on as tight as you can and get flown about 40 feet in the air. You got to let go of those things, boy.
Some of the all-time blooper shots are of the tarp crew trying to get the tarp either on or off the field and having a big gust of wind throw people all over the ballpark. Yeah, it looks like the grounds crew now trying to spread the tarp out and at least get it nailed down so that it doesn't blow away. Wind continuing to blow pretty good in from left field, which is out of the east or east-southeast. And The forecast tonight had indicated about a 40% chance of rain. We haven't seen any rain here at the ballpark yet. It looks like there might be some in the offing just off to the east, but no raindrops have fallen yet. Just the huge clap of thunder and bolt of lightning that scared everybody half to death. And the tarp now is going on the field, and they will try to get it nailed down if they can keep it where it is, if the wind doesn't blow it all over the place. That tarp, working with that tarp is pretty tough work. I mean, you got guys out there that are handling, I don't know what that thing weighs, probably a ton or so, and you put it all together. But you get wind up underneath that, and it can do make some people turn some flips that they weren't intending to. But the ground screw here almost always one of the best in baseball, and Dennis Klein has done a terrific job with this field and getting these guys to take care of it. They know what they're doing. And they get a hand from the crowd. It's nice of them to get that tarp down, and now they'll stake it down so that a sudden gust of wind doesn't get under there and move it out of place or move it to a different city. And for the most part, the folks in the upper deck have, probably 2/3 of them have heeded Chuck Morgan's warning and headed for shelter.
Well, you're better off to be in a safe spot than have to get there all of a sudden and get prevented from doing it by congestion in the aisles.
Yeah. I understand Jim Knox has Dennis Klein by the hand. Jim?
All right, thank you, Buzz. Now putting down the stakes. Dennis, what can you tell us? What do you see on the radar?
This looks like light rain as it's getting to us. It started out pretty heavy out east, and now it's kind of lightening up a little bit. It looked like it might be enough to pull the tarp, so we just pulled it across. So hopefully we won't get anything, and we can get back to playing.
So a holding pattern right now?
Holding pattern right now. Definitely going to get this game in. So.
Okay. Appreciate it. Thanks, Dennis. Good job getting the tarp down, Buzz.
All right, Jim. Thank you. Yeah, great job getting the tarp down. Well, that's good news that these storms, from what I understand, tend to diminish, I guess, as the sun starts to go down and you get less heating. But glad to hear it's abating a little bit as it moves in our direction. It's still a pretty good topic of conversation, though, going on in that Ranger dugout.
What they ought to do is they ought to go back and watch the replays of it. Then they could really see what it all looked like.
I'm sure they will see it. You can believe whoever had the best reaction, probably Napoli, is going to catch the worst of the kidding from the other guys. But nobody is going to be without some kind of blame to bear as far as their reaction to that clap. Well, you might want to check out our Coors Light Cold Hard Blast, and we're talking about a blast now. Check this one out. That may be the best jump I've ever seen Napoli get.
I thought the best reactions were around first base.
Yeah.
When Josh Willingham went down and Jerry White went down, almost down, and then tried to kind of run off the field. Jerry White's the first base coach.
Apparently Mike Napoli already having to explain himself a little bit. Mike, where were you going? Well, I was going to get the gear off is where I was going. I'm going to be out here with all this metal on me.
I'm going to try to show it again.
Yeah.
When we do, focus at the guys around first base, the runner and the coach.
You get a shot from center field now.
Watch the coach and the runner at first base and the umpire.
It looked like Jerry White
was going to run into our dugout if he could.
It looked like he was going to go over and tackle Jeff Kellogg, the umpire, to start off with. And figured out
he's going to grab him and hope he helped him.
And now we've got the rain coming down. So the light rain that Dennis Klein talked about coming in. Hopefully this won't last too long, and we can get back to playing baseball. But fortunately, they got the tarp down, and it is covered. But until the time that we can get back to playing baseball, we're going to have an episode for you of Rangers baseball. So sit back and enjoy Rangers Insider on Fox Sports Southwest. Willingham, I'm not sure his heart's beating at a normal rhythm still. It's been a while.
That might be someone else in Willingham's uniform going out to first base. No, we made fun of the guys and their reaction, but all of us would have done the exact same thing if we were on the field when that went off. Everybody was frightened by that blast. That was unusual.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever experienced something like that at a ballpark before. Been on a golf course and had things like that happen, but
usually you hear some rumblings and something that kind of leads up to it. That just came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
they're talking about it now.
Yeah, that's going to be a topic of conversation for a while between these two teams.
I guarantee you, Michael went back and saw the replay.
Yeah.
Watch Willingham, and Jerry White's the first base coach to the right. Watch Jerry White. He's going up to hide behind the umpire.
That's a smart move. Now, Mother Nature wouldn't mess with umpires either, so I guess Jerry's going to hide right next to Jeff Kellogg.
Oh, man.
If Mother Nature's taking the umpires, taking me too. Oh, that's great. And Roy Oswald, I hadn't noticed until about the third time I saw that. Oswald had just come set in his stretch motion. He just come set at the belt. And that thing hit, and he didn't know which way to go for a second. He was doing a stutter step trying to figure out what the best way to get off the mound was.
Imagine if that happened a split second later, like right when he was in his windup getting ready to throw the ball. That's worth laughing at now, but it was scary when it happened.
Fortunately, nobody was hurt, and it's just one of those things you file away under the darndest things I've seen at a baseball game. Michael Young and Josh Willingham talking to each other, and Steve Little, the third base coach, having a good laugh with Adrian Beltre. All right, we're set to get back underway. Jerry White sneaking back out toward the first base coach's box, checking the skies, make sure everything's okay. And we're pretty good. Looks like all the clouds are pretty well parted. We're set to go. Field in great shape. A count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. With 1 out to Ryan Domit. Oswald's pitch. A double play ground ball to Elvis.
That was quick.
Kinsler. Young. Boom. Thunder for the second time. This one in the form of a 2-ball. And Roy Oswald throws 1 pitch. Gets the inning finished with. On to the bottom of the 4th. We are still scoreless. And give you happening to think about that. Rangers have had a lot of home run hitters go to the All-Star game, so you've got a lot of choices. Rangers could use a home run here. Scoreless ball game, just 4 hits total in the ball game. The only hit for the Rangers, Ian Kinsler's leadoff base hit in the first inning. Cole DeVries has retired the last 7 Rangers that he's faced, and he will face Josh Hamilton to start things off in the bottom of the 4th. Hamilton, Beltre, and Cruz to do the swinging against Cole DeVries. Hamilton kind of rolled over on an off-speed pitch his first time up, grounded out to Morneau, the first baseman. And another off-speed pitch. That one's down and in. Josh takes it for ball 1. .312 the average for Josh Hamilton. 1-0 pitch to him. High fly ball to center field. That sends Span back. He stops right in front of the warning track and makes the catch for out number 1. Now let's say hello to Jim Knox again. Jim.
All right, thanks, Buzz. John Blake of the Texas Rangers here to talk about a big equipment drive. What's this all about, John?
Well, Jim, when we were so rudely interrupted by Mother Nature, was getting ready to talk about the Rangers Baseball Tomorrow equipment drive, which we do every year. From now until the end of July, we're asking fans to bring new or gently used baseball equipment to Academy Sports and Outdoors locations in the Metroplex. The big finale is going to be on Saturday, July 28th here at the ballpark. Fans can drop off their equipment between 4:30 and 7:30. The equipment goes for the junior RBI and the RBI programs at the Foundation does. It's a great cause. Mitch Moreland, the honorary spokesman. We're asking everybody to help out again this year.
Great. Okay, so get that used baseball equipment, bring it here to the ballpark, as well as Academy Sports and Outdoors. Appreciate it, John. Good job.
Thank you, Jim.
All right, there we go, Buzz.
All right, Jim. Thanks very much. Good cause. It serves a lot of youngsters around the Metroplex. Adrian Beltre, the hitter, he takes outside. That's 2 balls and no strikes now. Beltre walked in the first inning. His only trip to the plate against Cole DeVries. 27-year-old right-hander back to the plate, and Beltre shoots one high in the air to right field. Revere backpedaling just a bit. Hangs on to it for out number 2. So, folks, the Boston Red Sox make their only regular season appearance in Texas during the Rangers' first home series following the All-Star break. And that starts on July 23rd. You know the tickets are going to go fast, so get yours for the 3-game set today. Just go to TexasRangers.com or call 972-RANGERS. So 2 outs on 2 fly balls here in the 4th inning. Nelly Cruz, who skied to right field in the first, steps in.
The only hit the Rangers have had, leadoff hit by Ian Kinsler.
Yep.
That's it. And then a walk to Beltre, which looked like almost a semi-intentional walk.
And since then, DeVries has set down 9 straight.
Yeah, DeVries is a kid who wasn't drafted out of the University of Minnesota. 31 and 38 in his minor league career with an ERA right at 4. 665 hits and 600 innings. So successful, not dominant, but a successful minor league pitcher.
Just looking at him, Tom, do you think that falls in the category of not a big, hard-throwing right-hander, so he wasn't drafted?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
A radar gun victim.
Radar gun victim for sure. If he was left-handed, he probably would have been drafted. But
exactly.
Right-handers throwing less than 90.
No
22 years old, probably not.
Yeah, he's done the job here. He gets his 10th straight hitter to be retired. The Rangers down in order. We'll go to the 5th inning, still scoreless on Fox Sports tonight. Who was the first Ranger to hit a home run in the All-Star game? And the answer would be Ruben Sierra. 1992 off Bob Tewksbury. Roy Oswalt back to the hill. Oswalt threw 1 pitch after the delay and got a double play in the first pitch of the top of the 5th inning is fouled away by Trevor Plouffe. Bottom third of the Twins order, Plouffe, Dozier, and Carroll. Oswalt with his 79th pitch of the night. It's a breaking ball that's in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike to Plouffe. Plouffe, a strikeout victim, his first time up. Roy Oswalt has struck out 2, and they both came in the 2nd inning. Plouffe and then Jamie Carroll. And he started into the windup and thought better of it. Didn't like the footing. Now the 1-1 pitch. Oswalt back to the plate. Hard hit ball, but pulled well foul just over the tarpaulin and into and out of the stands.
I have a birthday wish, Buzz. Mary Jo Young of Clarksville will be 84 years old tomorrow. We won't be here, so we're going to wish her happy birthday today.
Congratulations. Plouffe waiting. Oswalt back to him. Misses low and inside. The count has gone full. And Roy has walked just 1. That was a leadoff walk in the 4th inning to Willingham, and he was erased after the rain delay on that double play grounder. Payoff pitch up the middle and behind second base Kinsler. Strong throw, and he gets Plouffe.
Another ball that Roy was able to get in on a hitter. Jammed Plouffe with that ball. Looked like a line drive up the middle, which I guess it was. It just wasn't hit very hard. Didn't get through the middle. Took a little soft bounce, and Ian turned it into an out, but that time the good movement hit him right off the handle. The result was that little soft line drive.
And Ian shading that way, didn't have too terribly far to go. So the first out in the books, and Brian Dozier takes a pitch up and in. A breaking ball that hung high and tight to the right-hander. Dozier singled to center field his first time to the plate. That was back in the second. Swings and pops it up. Shallow center field. Gentry coming on. Plenty of time to get there. That's out number 2.
You know, in some of the games where Roy has given up a lot of hits, he actually had a pretty good curveball. Today he's only thrown a handful of curveballs, and you wouldn't say he's had his good curveball today. Most of his outs, most of his pitches have been fastballs. Look like he's concentrating on locating his fastball and using the movement to hit the hitters off the bad part of the bat.
It seems like he's throwing just enough curveballs and changeups to establish it in the hitter's mind that he might do it.
Yeah.
There's Jamie Carroll, who went down swinging his first time to face Oswalt. Carroll, the veteran middle infielder, 237 average, but 25 RBI for the guy that isn't really relied upon for a lot of offense. That's pretty good from the production from the bottom of your order. 1 ball, 1 strike. Twins come into this game hitting .259 as a team. That's good for 7th in the league. Getting just a little bit better than that with runners in scoring position at .260. And again, fouled off to the right. Oswalt the advantage in the count now, 1-2. The 2 areas where the Twins really have problems home run wise. They're 12th in the American League, only 73, and they are dead last in team ERA. They came in at 4.93. The 1-2 pitch just off the outside corner. Like a slider that time from Oswalt, and that's a pitch you don't see him throw all that much either. It's a pitch he's added as the years have gone by, that and relying more on the changeup also. He's no longer in the mid-90s with a fastball. Now, time called by Carroll as Oswalt started into the windup, but Carroll not quite ready. When Oswalt was winning 20-plus games for the Astros in the mid-2000s, he relied on a 94, 95, 96 mile-an-hour fastball. A fair ball as Napoli jumped out from behind home plate to grab that little tapper. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Oswalt, the second time that he has sent the Twins down in order. Halfway through the ball game, it's still the Twins nothing, the Rangers nothing on Fox Sports Southwest.
Hey folks, Angie.
Flexibility of selecting the 20 games you want and choose from 10 locations. All that starting at only $100 per plan. The Fans Choice plan is available for a limited time at TexasRangers.com or call 972-RANGERS extension 3. Michael Young starting things off and fouls off the first pitch from Cole DeVries. Michael hit the ball sharply his first time, line to the right fielder Ben Revere. Young, Murphy, and Napoli. 3 Rangers due up first in this 5th inning. Scoreless ball game, only 4 hits total in the contest, 3 of them by the Twins. That's well out of play down the right side, and the count is no balls and 2 strikes.
DeVries' last start was June 30th. Pitched well. He beat Kansas City 6 innings, 1 run, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts.
Now this is his 16th hitter that he has faced here this evening, and he's gone 0-2 on 5 of them. That's a pretty good percentage. Pitch foul back. And he's gotten ahead of the Ranger hitters and kept them off balance pretty well. He's retired 10 straight. As Tom told you, they only hit Ian Kinsler's leadoff single in the first, and the last base run of the Rangers had a 2-out walk by Adrian Beltre in the first inning. DeVries again, the 0-2 pitch. And Michael hanging tough. DeVries rubbing up that new baseball. Michael waiting patiently as Ryan Doman throws out the sign, and the pitch on the way just outside. A ball and 2 strikes. Cole DeVries just 1 walk and 1 hit. He's punched out 3. Those 3 strikeouts came in the span of 5 batters. And Michael again flaring one out of play into the club level of seats. Now, second time through the order, and the first 5 hitters, second time they saw DeVries, couldn't do much with him. Michael trying to change that around, starting off the bottom of the 5th inning. Hard hit ball through the hole on the left side. Well, that snaps that 10 consecutive batters retired streak as Michael starts off the 5th inning, his first hit of the evening.
They've been keeping everything away from Michael. Tried to do the same thing with that curveball, but hung up just enough for Michael to get out in front of it. Hit well between short and third. Pretty good pitch to hit.
Yeah, that's where DeVries would have been better served, at least throwing 1 pitch inside to Michael to get him away from going outside. Doesn't that make it easier, Tom, when a guy's throwing you away and to adjust to the breaking ball?
Yeah, especially that one that stayed up above the knees.
David Murphy shoots one foul to the left. And Michael also did a good job making it a long at bat. That was a 7-pitch at bat that Michael had against DeVries.
Yeah, Michael was kind of in a defensive mode behind in the count 0-2, and he was throwing him a lot of good fastballs away. And the curveball was a pretty good pitch to hit.
Murphy hits one well to center field. Going back his span, he stops, makes the catch, and Young will retreat to first. That is out number 1. Now let's go back to our Fox Sports Southwest studios for a Mazda CX-5 game break. Here's Rick Renner.
Hey, Buzz, we take you to the All-Star Futures game in Kansas City. Rangers' #1 prospect, Jurickson Profar, went 2 for 3, including a solo home run. But Team USA beat his world team 17-5. Buzz?
Woo. A thumping. Ball must have been jumping in Kansas City, huh? Goodness.
I can't wait to see that kid. He must be something.
Mike Napoli a check swing, but it's a strike. Knapp called out on strikes his first time to the plate. Mike still struggling to find his stroke.
Well, the fans are sure giving him a lot of encouragement.
Yep, that they are. Just off the outside corner. You know, when we were talking to Mike a couple weeks ago, he was a little frustrated because he said, you know, one day I'll feel pretty good. I'll have a good idea of what I want to do and be able to implement it. May not get hits, but at least I'll make the right swings at the ball. And he said the next day it's like I start all over again. 1-1 pitch to him. Pretty good hack there, but he fouled it straight back. Michael Young, a leadoff single. 1 out later, he's still at first base. Mike Napoli with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes at the plate. Cole DeVries paying a lot of attention to Young at first. Breaking ball, and Napoli able to hold up on it. It's 2-2 now. Ron Gardenhire's club is just finishing up a 2-city road trip. They split 4 games in Detroit before coming in here. They split the first 2 games with the Rangers. So this ball game will determine how well their road trip went statistically. And the pitch low and inside. The count has gone full to Napoli. with a full count. We'll see if Ron Washington turns Michael Young loose. Napoli, though, been having trouble with the strikeouts all year long. He's among the top 7 or 8 in the league in strikeouts. Michael on the move, though. The swing and a miss. The throw to second. And the tag got him. Nice tag by Jamie Carroll, who short hopped and had to reach back. And it's a strike him out, throw him out, double play. No runs, a hit, nobody left. We have finished 5 at Rangers Ballpark in Arlington. Twins and Rangers scoreless on Fox Sports.